Welcome back, guys. As you can see from this mountain of playmats, we are doing the anticipated, highly anticipated video I've been wanting to make. So let's get into it. We got playmat collection as of August 2025. Let's get into it. Let's have some fun. I got pretty much stories, not really stories, but kind of stuff to say about everything. So this first mat on top is a game I don't really know. Got it in a deal. So let's just flip it over and see what it is. We got Zombie World Order, the winter mat, still fresh in the bag from Bandai. This is kind of like a game they made, I want to say after Dragon Ball Z game or before it. I can't remember the year. I looked into it a little bit. There's one set that came out in a booster boxes, and then a starter deck and stuff. Pretty cool. Got it for free. The dude just threw it in with another playmat purchase I got. I just left it in the bag. So pretty cool to show off. And then shout out to my boy Johnny, Bad Boys Collectibles, for giving me this Avatar mat. He knew I was collecting mats. I love Weiss. These all mats right here are all Weiss mats, but this one is from him. So shout out Johnny. Thank you, man, for this Avatar Weiss mat. Can't beat it. And on to the next one. We got Hawk here. 7 Deadly Sins, Revival of the Commandment. The English edition, original. So sick. Thank you, Tito Rick, for this mat. And on to the next. We got That Time I Was Reincarnated as a Slime, Volume 2. This is the second volume. This is the cool playmat here. Got all these dope characters. You see Milliam there, the little fairy. It's funny how they enlarged her to put her here. You got Rimuru there. So sick. Love it. Then we got the Volume 3 mat here. Got all his generals, if you want to call them. I forgot what he calls them in the show. Ragnar, I believe that's his name, Gopta, pretty sick. Got Benimaru on there, Ciel, Diablo. Cool mat. I love this old man up here. So sick if you've seen it or read it. And then we got Overlord, or they just call it Nazareth, Tomb of the Undead, Volume 2. This is a dope mat here. I kept some of them in the bags if that's how I got them. So why not? Got Ains there with his baby goats, as he called them, I believe. Pretty sick. Can't complain. And then one of my favorite ones, Goblin Slayer. Love this show. Read a little of the anime, but one of my favorites. Had to pick up the mat, and it's so rare to find Weiss Goblin Slayer, especially English stuff. So I had to pick this one up. This is another mat I got in a trade. Well, not a trade, in a purchase. The guy just threw it in for free. Don't really know much about, battle spirits. Pretty cool. It's cool how it says, artwork by Koji there. It's like this white fox with emeralds or gems in it. Let me know down below if you know any more about battle spirits. Maybe, tune me into it. It might be something cool. And then this one here, I've never seen this before. Got the UFS, Universal Fighting Systems, Mortal Kombat X collectible card game. And it's Reptile, my main character from Mortal Kombat X. I played Reptile, Noob Saibot, and Smoke a little bit, but he was my main guy, so I had to pick this up when I found it. So cool. Then I tracked down a Worlds 2018 mat. This was the participation mat from this event, so all you had to do was play, and you got this one. The winter mat, I believe, was Cowboy Bebop. But yeah, I had to get this one. You got Goro, so cool, Raiko, and Melina. So yeah, that's Mortal Kombat X right there. The 2 mats I've ever seen for it. There might be more, but I'm happy with the 2 I got. Then we got Dragon Ball here. This came from a collector's box. This is the Dragon Ball Super card game, Goku. Pretty cool. Came in the box. Can't complain. Then this one, Dragon Ball Super card game, National Championship 2018. The Galactic Emperor, Frieza. Got Gold Frieza, Stage 1, and Final Form. You can't go wrong with this mat. So sick. Then we got the Law mat. Little One Piece love. You know, Law, sick character, cool ability. Ready to see what he's on to do coming up. So, yep, got that one. Then we got the Bleach mat here. This is also a dead card game. And I believe this is the only Bleach mat for the English card game that came out. You know, Shonen Jump, Viz. This was when it was Score. It wasn't Bandai yet. This was the Score Bleach game. So cool. Got a little Ichigo there. Still need to watch Bleach, but I know obviously who he is and stuff that happens. So I had to pick this up when I had the opportunity. And now we're getting into the biggest portion, well, the biggest portion of my playmat collection. We got the Chrono Clash, you know, Naruto, Boruto card game, Chrono Clash. Then we got like the OG game, little sneak peek there. And this mat is a cloth mat. It's the first cloth mat I have in my collection. It's very nice. I love it. It's so soft. And this is the Pro Play Tour variant. I don't know if there's a normal one that's plastic or rubber, whatever these mats, I believe they're rubber. But hey, this cloth one is so nice. And I think I have all base models of, if you want to call them base models, of the Chrono Clash mats as we'll go through. And then this next one here, shout out Nerd Propaganda for helping me acquire this one. If I can remember who I got them from, I'm just going to say, you know, shout them out. But majority of these were just from Facebook. I can't remember everybody or eBay. But this one here, June 2019, it came in this cool Ultra Pro box that I believe, you know, would just hang up on the shelves at the store, kind of like, you know, this, and you just buy it. Ooh, what's this? Oh, Naruto. I want that one. So that's cool. You got, you know, young Naruto, teenage Naruto, and then his boy Boruto, his son. June 2019. Wish this game could have lasted longer. I hope Bandai brings back Naruto one day in some sort of card game fashion. So we got that one there. And now we got the tournament winner playmat. If you played in a tournament back then and won, you would get this playmat. It came in a tournament kit. So we got, you know, Itachi, Naruto, Deidara, Tobi, Kisame, Hidan, and Kakazu. Cool, you know, they could have maybe squeezed in Pain here and Conan there and Zetsu, but hey, I'll take it. This is sick. Got the Akatsuki and Naruto. And on to the next, we got the Sand versus the Leaf mat, if you want to call it that, or Team Gar versus Team 7. This mat comes with a Pro Play Tour version, which is like right here, I believe, or over here. But it also comes with a cloth version, like the Naruto and Sasuke one. The cloth version is extremely rare, even from the few people I talked to who used to play this game back in the day. The Pro Play one, kind of rare, but they're still out there. You just got to dig around. So I got this one. And this one here is the same story. So sick. Got the Sanin mat. It comes with a Pro Play stamp, I think here. And it also comes in a cloth version as well from the tournaments. And this one I've actually seen in a double mat where it's this on both sides. It'd be like two mats put together in a super big one. So that version's out there too. So sick. Got the 3 Sanin with their summonings. Can't beat it. I want to say thanks to Johnny again for these next 3. Appreciate you, man. We got the 3 Hokages here. First, second, and third. That's in order that I have them in. We got the first Hokage mat. This art is so cool. It's from like, I believe it's called Miracle Battle. It's like a Japanese card game. It's a Omega Rare. I've only seen this artwork on those cards. Not sure what it says, but this might also have a first place winner variant, because the second Hokage mat that we'll get to does have one. So that'd be cool to see one day if one shows up. But for now, we can just look at this one and appreciate it for what they did give us. You know, Ultra Pro right there. Now we got the second Hokage one. I know this has a first place variant because my friend has it who gave me these 3. And it's The background is yellow or gold. There's a big first place stamp on it, big number 1, and it has different characters on it right here. So that's cool. Love the Tobirama, Hashirama mat. I need them for the original game. I'm on the lookout for them, but hey, so sick. I believe these are all from like Chara Expo or Gen Con, the 3 Hokage ones. So that's dope. And now third Hokage. This has a first, second, and third place version where it's bronze, silver, and gold instead of black. And that was handed out. I've seen pictures on the Facebook page from years ago at the Chara Expo event. The winners got, you know, first, second, third playmats and jumbo, like big jumbo cards. But this is just a participation one. Still cool. But now we are on to the main, what I love to collect the most. OG Naruto playmats. Chrono Clash was made by Bandai. So was this one. Maybe they'll bring it back for a third installment, I hope, so I can have some more stuff to get. Because right now, I believe I'm at 32, excuse me, but I'm at 32 playmats, I believe, or 31. 31 or 32, not sure. There's about like 90 or 100 mats out there that I've seen in a list that Ace Collectibles compiled, and he showed it to me. So thank you, Ace, for starting this. That, you know, that list really helps me like keep track of everything. So we got the Kakashi mat here. This is like the OG style when the game first came out. There's maybe 8 of these versions like this. So we got Kakashi there. Got the ranks, you know, Leaf Academy, or, you know, Ninja Academy, Ginning, Chunin, you know, all that good stuff. So that's a dope one. And the first one I ever got for Naruto, right here, the Orochimaru mat, the OG one. Look at that. Purple, got the snake scales, so sick. Can't complain. And then we got a few mats, I believe 4 or 5 of the set mats. These came out when the sets did, like Approaching Wind here. You'll see the other ones, of course. But yeah, we got the set mats here. And for a majority of these mats, I want to say thank you to Sprag. He helped me get these mats. He's a good guy, so I appreciate you, man, for helping me get majority of these. So we got the Approaching Wind mat here with Kid Naruto. On this set, it was him and Minato, and then Gamabunta. So it's cool, it's just him. It'd be cool if like Gamabunta was over here maybe, but hey, this still looks sick. Then we got the Foretold Prophecy mat. There's a Sasuke version of this. It's just Sasuke instead of Orochimaru, and it says Foretold on it. I think it might be a different color. Not 100% sure. That one's cool. Then I want to shout out my boy Stan. Thank you for this mat and like 3 other ones that's in this pile. You could look him up, That Collectible Historian. But appreciate it, man. I had to get this one off of you. The Gallant Sage. Got the alt-art artwork here, and then got the normal SR here, and then Ma and Pa Toad, so instant pickup. Then we got the Naruto Tournament Pack Set 4 mat. This artwork is just crazy. What they did in this tournament pack was like the realistic Itachi and Tobi. There's like a Hinata card that's realistic, and I think Naruto. There's a few of them, but so sick. If they continued and finished this game, this art style would have been incredible on other characters. Then we got Lineage of Legends. Got the 5 Hokages on there. The first 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I always find it funny that even back then people loved Minato the most. They put him right in the middle instead of here. So it'd be like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. But hey, he won Narutops 99 for a reason. He was popular then, he's popular now. And then we got this other mat here. It's pretty sick. No real name to it, just Sasuke Naruto mat. Got the Rasengan and the Chidori there. Pretty cool mat. You know, don't really see him like with this type of stuff really much in the show. So that's kind of cool. Then we got the Naruto Shippuden Rasengan mat here. Not too sure what it says, but still a sick one. Then we got the Chibi, like, Christmas mat. You know, they're at a dinner, enjoying it. You got Kakashi hiding behind the tree, looking at Naruto and Jiraiya. Got poor Pakun up there. Got Gaara with some, you know, cake on his head, and Hinata hiding out. And then the rest of the table. This is so funny. Sakura and Sasuke. And then Lee crying. And, you know, Iruka. That one's cool. We got the twin-headed wolf mat. Such a sick arc. I believe it was the Sasuke retrieval arc. You know, where Kiba and Akamaru fought. Saikon and Ukon. You know, that was such a cool, like, fight and everything. And, you know, you're on the edge of your seat pretty much watching that whole arc if it's your first time. We got the other Jiraiya one here I got. With Gamabunta in the back. You know, Chief Toad. Jiraiya writing some scroll. Who knows what he's writing on there, that guy. So that one's cool. And then we got, like, the team mats, if you want to call them that, or squad mats. We got the Inachika Cho one here. You know, you see Choji, Shikamaru, and Ino right there just doing their jutsus. You know, expansion, shadow, and mind control. Pretty cool. Then we got Squad 8 here. Hinata, Kiba, and Shino. Always love Shino. So underrated. Got the bugs. So sick. And Akamaru, of course. And this one's not really like a squad mat. You could say it is, maybe like squad Asuma, you know, but you got Shikamaru there, Asuma. I think it's Izumo and Gentetsu. I could be wrong on those names. They're kind of like side characters, but everyone loves them. I love him just because of this jutsu or summoning, I guess it is. It's like a big clamshell summoning. Never really explained. But it's so cool, it's just so unique. Then we got the Leaf Academy mat here. We got, you know, Kakashi, Sakura, Sasuke, and Naruto all in like these like high school outfits, you could call them. There's cards with these artworks on them. I can't really remember this in the show. It might have happened, but it's just kind of funny seeing like Kakashi wearing this type of a mask and these outfits. Then we got this mat here. I kind of put this with like the tuning exams where Naruto fought Neji and Sasuke fought Gaara. The only reason I think of that arc so much because there's like Gamabunta here. They're all fighting. And this reminds me of when Gaara rampaged in the Hidden Leaf. So that's kind of like what I call this mat, kind of like the tuning mat, but it's cool seeing all these characters on the mat. And then we got the Sound 5 mat. So sick. You know, Saikon Ukon there. Kimimaru. Jirobo. I can't think of her name right now. You know, she got the Dokis, the little flute, and the spider dude. Can't think of their names, but everyone knows these characters if you've watched it. Such a cool mat. Cool they put them all on one. And yeah, awesome. I love the purple and the pink and stuff. Then we got, you know, Ninja Toads. Got Chief Toad himself there. This pipe, Gamabunta. Got Gamakichi here, and I believe this is Gamatatsu. Always loved him. He's just silly little guy. Always doing funny things with Gamakichi. That one's sick. Got the Jinchuriki mat. Got all 9 Jinchurikis here. And it's so cool with this one. If you look, you can see their hands. Like Naruto's holding up 9 fingers because he's the 9 tails. B's holding up 8. Gaara 1. Roshi 4. Han 5. You know, I think this is Fu, Yagura. I can't remember these 2 guys, Bubble Guy, and then the Tiger Jinchuriki. But that's so sick. Thanks again, Stan. Then we got the 3 Sanin mat here. We got the OG Bandai Sanin mat and the Chrono Clash Sanin mat. This one's funny because on this one, Jiraiya's here, Orochimaru Tsunade, but on the Chrono Clash, it's Orochimaru Jiraiya Tsunade. This is sick. You can't go wrong with the 3 Sonins, especially with this mat, this background. Just looks awesome. Then we got a Chibi mat with Gaara, Deidara, Naruto, Sasuke. This reminds me of when Deidara, got our boy Gaara and was sitting on top of him, and that scene if you've seen Shippuden. So cool, like it's random. I mean, there's no real release date on when mats came out as to where the show was, but that's what reminds me of this mat when I look at it. Then we got the Taka mat, Team Taka, Chibi, got Sasuke, Suigetsu, Karine, and Jugo. So sick, Team Taka was cool, and you pretty much like one of these 4 characters when you watch the show. Then we got the Orochimaru like reanimation mat, as I call it. Everyone knows this. When Orochimaru fought the 3rd Hokage, he summoned these 2 guys, and fight was sick. It was a great fight in early Naruto. Love Orochimaru, so I had to pick this one up when I could. Then this one, the first villains, the first arc, we got Zabuza and Haku. That's when you learn what a Kekkei Genkai is. And the 8 Swordsmen of the Mist right here, the first one you meet. Such a good arc. You see so much. You see the 9 tails for the first time. Like, it's so awesome. Love this mat just to bring you back to that point in time. Then here's kind of like a big boy mat in the Naruto community. Got the kimono mat. Got all the girls here in kimonos. Got Tsunade, Anko, Hinata, Ino, Sakura, I'm blanking, Shizune, Tenten, and Kurenai Sensei. You got them all right here on the mat. The kimono mat. Such a good one. Such a nice one. And on to the next. We're getting down to the final few. And there's a theme with these ones. They're all Akatsuki branded mats. We got the Zetsu standalone mat. Kind of a weird choice for someone to get a standalone mat. He might have been popular, or maybe even he was playable back in the day. I'm not sure. But it's cool to see him, get a mat. And then, of course, one of the most popular Akatsuki members, Sasori, had to get this one. Puppet style was always one of my favorites in the show. This mat is so hard to find. And I'm just happy I got it for such a good deal, because it had a coffee stain right here in the middle, but I had washed it hot water and Dawn dish soap, and then I took the mat and kind of just scrubbed it a little bit like that, very lightly, and boom, you can barely see it, just a little mark on his arm. But love this mat. And of course I had to pick up my favorite character of the whole show, Kakuzu. You got his 4 souls in the back. Crazy they chose this artwork with the damaged mask. You think they just make it non-damaged so it'd look better, I guess. I don't know. Still cool. That's from, the arc where, Naruto, Rasen, shurikens him, and the mask is damaged there, so I see why they did it. My favorite mat, my favorite character, had to get this one. And this one's cool. You don't really see it too often. Got the Deidara and Sasori mat. This one you really don't see too often show up. So I had to get it when it came up for such a good deal, because it just looks so clean with the gold and the blue. I don't know. I love this one. And the final mat here is kind of one of the rarest. It's the only playmat to have Conan on it. There is a standalone Kisame and Itachi. I don't believe there's a standalone Deidara, but there's no playmat with Conan on it. Just this one in a black silhouette. There's Pain, Path of Pain mat. Hidan has one, Kakuzu. Or I think this is Hidan and that's Kakuzu. But yeah, this is the only mat she appears on. She doesn't even appear on the Chibi Akatsuki mat. It's all of them besides her on a Chibi mat, all in color. So this is one of the sickest ones. It's a full Akatsuki mat. You know, it would have been cool if it was all in color, but I get what they were doing with the holograms. And yeah, as you can tell, that's it for the Playmat collection, August 25. And let me know what you guys think down below. I'll try and pick up some more, and we'll do an update maybe next year or the year after that in August. Just depends on if I remember and what I'm doing. So I appreciate you guys for tuning in. If you've made it to the end, I appreciate it. Thanks for watching it all. Hopefully it wasn't too bland and boring. And as always, Chewy out. I'll see you in the next video, and see you later.